I want to talk about showing love for others, not expecting anything in return. Uh, you read in Luke 6, starting in verse 27. This is also in Matthew 5:39 through 48. It says, But I say to you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. Whoever hits you on the cheek, offer him the other also, and whoever takes away your coat, do not withhold your shirt from him either. Give to everyone who asks you, and whoever takes away what is yours, do not demand it back. Treat others the same way you want them to treat you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. If you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. For if you lend to those from whom you expect to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners in order to receive back the same amount. But love your enemies and do good and lend, expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, for he himself is kind and to ungrateful and evil men. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. Do not judge, and you will not be judged, and do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Pardon, and you will be pardoned. Give, and it will be given to you. They will pour into your lap a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For by your standard of measure it will be measured to you in return. So, I read the whole thing in context, but it basically, love your enemies, love those that can't return. You know, sometimes that means a hug, sometimes that means money, sometimes it means lots of other things. If you're expecting to receive something in return, your joy will be stolen if someone fails in that. And to show love and compassion toward other people is so important. And expecting them to reciprocate, sure, it's nice when they do, but to expect it, why? If we can learn to love others without expecting anything in return, that's evidence that Christ and God is enough for us. That God is enough. He is, just like Christ said, I am the living water. I am the bread come down from heaven. And which I believe is a reference to the manna in the wilderness. But love, He came down from heaven, and as we go through this wilderness, we partake of Him daily, just like they partook of the manna. And as we do that, we are sustained by Him, not by everyone else around us. And we have to get to that point. Just like he is the living water, and you can read in 1 Corinthians 10, I believe it talks about different things that happened, how they were baptized in the Red Sea and all those sorts of things. But it also talks about the rock following him in the wilderness, and that is Christ. He is our sustainer. If we are truly in him, we can do those things. And I know it's hard. We all get lonely. We all get down at some point. But we strive to show love toward others without expecting it in return. Doing something decent for someone. Greeting them. Giving someone a phone call, asking, "Hey, how are you doing? What can I be praying for?" Things like that. Interacting, but don't expect it in return. Some people are not capable of it at whatever level they are in their walk. Some of them are not capable of it. They're not full enough. They're not satisfied enough to be able to return those things. So we have to seek to love them through those things, and hope and pray that they will grow. Pray for our enemies. Do good to our enemies. These are things that we have to look at and consider, and that's where we grow. And as we don't expect anything in return, we don't give Satan an opportunity. Just like it says, get angry, but do not sin. Do not let the sun set on your anger. Paul talks about that. Or maybe Christ, or both. But do not let the sun set on your anger, because you don't want to give Satan an opportunity. And that's one of the things we have to do, is love others without expecting something in return. It's about reward in the world hereafter. Shalom, shalom.